Welcome back, Yards After the Catch podcast. It's a little off-season magic. I got a great crew tonight, Marc, Desmond, and Barz tonight, and we'll have Cam later in the show. How we doing, gentlemen?
Good, good. Appreciate being back on the pod. It's been a little while.
For
Yeah,
real.
same. Been a little minute back here.
Doing doing good. Ready to talk some NFL in the summer. Why not?
Hell yeah. Yeah. It's a little lean right now. We got the World Cup, which is like the fifth biggest sport in this country, but
At
and if yeah, for real. No hockey. Baseball is a little bit of a malaise. I mean, we really don't have
Yeah.
so we're grasping for straws. We love our football. We're gonna give it to you guys. Tonight we're gonna run down some of the division winners and division losers projected for next year. Way too early, but we like to have fun with it. So we'll hop right in. We'll start on the NFC side and the NFC North. This was obviously a hotly contested division last year. It looks like it's a two-headed race right now between Green Bay and Chicago, but I want to open it up to you, gentlemen, and see, what your thoughts about the winner is and kind of who is the big lovable loser in this division.
Oh, should I go first?
Go for it.
Um, I have to tell you, everything in my heart wants to pick the Detroit Lions because I absolutely just love all things that are Lions. Dan Campbell, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs. I really want to just say they're going to have their comeback tour this year, but that defense can never stay healthy. I do not trust them, so I am taking the Bears once again to be the winner in the NFC North. It feels like they just keep getting better year over year. Since Caleb Williams has gotten there, they keep making investments in the offensive line. They took a huge jump last year. Caleb Williams took a huge jump last year, and now they're investing more on the defensive side. I just I'm not super impressed with the other teams in this division. I know you just mentioned the Packers a second ago. I don't actually see the Packers really competing with the Bears in the division this year. That's just my personal bias here. So yeah, I got the Bears as for a lock here for the division winner. What do you guys think though?
I'm going to agree. I think Chicago comes out on top again this year. I just think they're riding a lot of momentum in the playoffs. I mean, they went toe to toe with the Rams there. Caleb
Yeah.
looks like I think he might win MVP this year. He looked that good at the end of the year. He's just one of the younger, talented QBs in the league right now. And yeah, I think that Ben Johnson really hit the ground running with that team. And he's got a whole nother offseason to prepare. They got a nice squad with Adunze and Burden and Loveland, just a lot of young offensive talent with Caleb at the helm and the
Yeah.
improvements on defense, like you emphasized. I do see the Bears taking this division again.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree with you guys more. I think we're kind of a consensus here at the NFC North. At this juncture, I just don't think it's odd. It's odd because, no pun intended, the NFC North divisional odds right now it's about 145 against the spread for Detroit to take this division. Chicago is currently in third at 305 to 333, depending on who you check.
Wow.
I know, and
Wow.
with all the offseason disruption with Green Bay and that front office and that locker room, it's kind of hard for me to see, Green Bay surpassing Chicago with the momentum that Ben Johnson has with Caleb Williams and that offense. Like Marc mentioned, they have a ton of offensive weapons. They look like the future is very bright for them. And the fact that they just beat Green Bay in the playoffs, it gives a lingering feeling that it's their division to lose right now. Yeah, I don't know. But what are you
Um.
thinking for the NFC North? What do you?
Oh, sorry. I don't know if you. I don't know if you
Oh
were
no, no,
done.
go for it, man.
I'm agree. So I guess we're all in the same. We're all
Very
in the same boat
controversial.
for like the first time ever. Um. I don't know if it was either Desmond or Mark. I think it was Mark that said it. Caleb did really good at the end of last year, like really
Yeah.
good. And despite a few mistakes, I would say that the only problem I have is sometimes they kind of start a little. They take a little for them to warm up sometimes. Like that'd be my only issue. But aside from that, I think they look real good. Caleb, like he's definitely gonna be in that MVP race if he plays like he played at the end of last year. But I don't know if he'll get it. But yeah, definitely, I agree. I'm going with the Bears.
I can see, where they're coming from, adding Pacheco, but you got David Montgomery leaving the building.
Yeah.
That is a sizable upgrade, at that position. It gives you a little more dynamic of a relationship in the backfield. But overall, I just think that this momentum, 53 men down with Chicago is more complete versus Dan Campbell's Lions. I have much more faith in Ben Johnson in the second year than I do Dan Campbell in his fourth, fifth now.
Yeah.
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 Who's the big loser in this division? Is it all consensus Minnesota?
Not for me. No.
Okay, we'll lead it off, man.
No. I feel like Minnesota's the easy pick, but if Kyler Murray just plays like a top 20 quarterback, not even a top 10 quarterback, I think the Vikings defense is good enough that if they just have some quarterback production on the offensive side, they can easily rattle off 8-9 wins. And I feel really shaky about the Packers. So they're my pick for the bottom this year. I think that their passing game is super inconsistent. You're not really going to see Micah Parsons for probably the first month, maybe 2 months. I think without him, their defense hasn't been special, and they knew that. That's why they went to go get him in the first place. And you're asking a lot of Josh Jacobs, really, to go ahead and just kind of carry this offense when Jordan Love, while he has these games where he plays really great, he has too many games where he doesn't show up at all. So this is a tough division. It might be the toughest division, top to bottom, in the NFL right now. So I think the Packers could go 7-10 and be number 4 in this division.
And I'm gonna have to agree with Des. I'm not gonna lie. The Packers probably look like the weakest team here because they gained the Minnesota gained a lot adding Kyler Murray. You know what I'm saying? And that's saying a lot from where they were last year. They had JJ McCarthy.
They
had
had no one
whoever else.
last year.
They had exactly.
No one.
So Kyler Murray, as much as some people knock him, is a big improvement in the quarterback room for them. And they still got Justin Jefferson. I'm not sure who their RB1 is right now, but
So Aaron Jones, I think, still
Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
So they actually got a solid team on paper. And like he said, you're asking Josh Jacob to carry a lot. And Jordan Love is just too inconsistent sometimes. There's times where he's looking like the great game manager, and then there's times where he's like, "Yo, get your head out your ass! Like, you got to win the game." It's just too inconsistent. I don't know as far as their weapons, they got pretty good weapons, but if you're not being consistent, what's the whole point? So I'm gonna have to go, and because what you say Detroit, but Detroit is a solid ass team. They could turn it around in 2 shakes. So we'll see what's up.
I mean, the problem with Green Bay is that they have no stars in their passing game. Their best pass catcher is Tucker Kraft, and he's not even a top 10 tight end in the NFL. I just don't really like the Packers passing game. That's really what it comes down to for me.
Agreed. That's what I mean. They got weapons, but they ain't heavy.
Well, I think their offense is set up, just to play devil's advocate, I think their offense is set up through LaFleur to kind of be a receiver by committee. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do have a lot of what is it? It was the first quarter, the second, he had 10 receivers already had catch the ball, something like that. So there is definitely a receiver by committee over there, but you got no one outstanding, no one who's gonna give you a crazy game consistently on a regular basis.
Yeah, I think the final thing I would say about it is if you took the Packers and you put them in the AFC South, I would pick the Packers to win the AFC South. But the problem is the division is kind of just really tough. If I compare the Packers offense to the Bears offense, Vikings offense, and Lions offense, I think it's the weakest unit. And if you compare the Packers defense to Vikings defense, Bears defense, Lions defense, again, I think it's the weakest unit. So I think, unfortunately for them, they're just in a tough division.
Do you really think that Green Bay could surpass both the Jags and Houston, though?
Hell yeah.
Technically?
Yeah, the Jaguars and the Texans are also they're also the inconsistent bugs. I mean, and the Colts too.
Yeah.
I trust
Stroud is like Jordan Love as well.
Yeah, if you told me the Packers are facing anyone in the AFC South, I would definitely take the Packers to win that game.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Good stuff, guys. I love hearing the back and forth. I mean, for me, it feels like Minnesota right now, but I understand the arguments and the questions of consistency with Green Bay season. It does feel maybe like an injured gap here within this kind of Micah Parsons, revitalization with LaFleur. But I do think LaFleur is coaching for his job a little bit too. So I feel like he is
definitely
go up, more than we would expect in seasons past, particularly the way last year playoffs. Marc, did you chime in? What was your thoughts?
I agree with you, Alex. While we're kind of questioning Jordan Love's consistency, I'm going to question Kyler Murray's consistency. I don't
That's
know the
very
last
fair.
time he's really produced in this league, and he has injury issues, as
Yeah.
does Jordan Love. But I do think the Kyler Murray move is not quite desperate. It's a good move. Like, they need to make a move at quarterback, but I think they're reeling a little bit. Kevin O'Connell's coaching for his job at this point. They just fired their general manager last year, so I don't know. I think I hear what you're saying. Like, I could see Kyler coming in, having a great offensive play caller and Kevin O'Connell. Not that he hasn't had good ones before, but I could see it working out. But then I could also see it, what if he's not healthy and they do have to turn to JJ McCarthy? And then, that's not the scenario they're probably hoping for at this point. But yeah, and with Green Bay, I see the injury issues. And then we're saying we're going to lean on Josh Jacobs, and he's got all this legal trouble too. So
Yikes.
I think there's definitely a couple
I
teams
forgot
in this
about that.
division. What's that?
I forgot about his legal troubles too.
Yeah, no, exactly. But yeah, Tucker Kraft coming off injury, like, he was looking like one of the better tight ends in the league, but then he tore his ACL, and I don't know. I think the Vikings still have a lot to prove. I don't know if it's going to be just like a plug and play thing with Kyler Murray.
Yeah. For me, I kind of agree with you. I mean, I have PTSD from the way the Geno gap year went last year. It feels a little similar in the same vein with Minnesota, maybe not to the bottom degree, but I have the same kind of feeling. I do believe in O'Connell, and I feel unfortunate that he is coaching for his job. I just think this roster's bereft of talent. The defense is what we know what the defense is, but not having the leadership at GM and maybe starting to clear house prematurely are all signs of kind of a failing direction. Let's move quickly. Go ahead.
Last thing I'm gonna say. I think Kyler Murray has Sam Darnold-ish type season in Minnesota. That's the only thing I'm gonna say.
You're predicting the Super Bowl?
No. I'm talking about Sam Darnold, Minnesota.
My bad. I got you.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, let's see what happens. Let's move to the NFC South, the opposite end of the spectrum here in this conference. Last year, we know how it ended. The wild theatrics of a sub 500 winner in this division. Carolina going down to the end with Tampa. Saints playing spoiler. We know how it went. But yeah, I mean, right now this division has a ton of young talent, with the exception, my opinion, of Tampa. And still it's wide open. We know kind of what we're going to expect with Tua in Atlanta, Stefanski. That adds a little bit of a wrinkle, but I want to open it up to you guys and see where we go with this one.
Hear me all the way out. The Saints.
Popular pick.
Yeah.
Hear me all the way out.
Yeah.
They are sniffing proper rebuild. Ball, is it Ball? Shaw? How you say his name?
Shuck.
Tyler Shuck. Yeah.
Showed me a lot of good things, man. I see a lot of good signs in him. So I did a lot of betting last year, and I saw a lot of numbers. There was not too many like crazy like games where he was like too crazy, but you had some good numbers. Over 200 yards, damn near three a couple games. Like, but he had to put the team on his back. Those are good signs. I like that. Some were like what 125, maybe even less. Look, the boy got an arm, and he has somewhat good situational awareness. So tighten him up, get him with a nice QB coach, someone to run that offense real well, and I promise you, the Saints are probably gonna take that division. Like, I guarantee you that. And yeah, that's just my take, though. Hot take.
You want to go, Marc? You want to go?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like super hot. I mean, I think everyone saw what Shuck was able to do down the stretch of the season last year. just kind of like he didn't get the starting job at first, but then once they turned to him, he really kind of figured it out on the fly.
On the
And
fly.
going into next year, I don't blame you for choosing them. I am personally going to choose the Bucks, and mainly because I think they have the best quarterback in the division, and this is a quarterback who's in his contract year. Apparently, they tried to negotiate an extension, they weren't close, so I think he's going to play his ass off, whether it's for Tampa or for another team. And I'm not going to bet against Baker Mayfield on a tear. And, he was kind of injured during the middle stretch of that season. I mean, at the beginning, he was having like an MVP campaign, and then he kind of got banged up. So I think, he's got time to heal over the offseason, going into a contract year. I think Baker Mayfield is a top 10 quarterback when he's healthy. And I think I'm gonna ride with him in this division this year.
I wanted to pick the Saints because I saw what you saw, Barz. I saw Shuck. I mean, the Saints ended the year with a 6-game winning streak, and they now added oh my God, who did they add? ETN in the backfield to go with Kamara. So let's get them from the split backfield. They wouldn't added Jordan Tyson at their number 1 pick, put him opposite of Chris Olave, who, if he ever stays on the field, is still a really good receiver. They got Kellen Moore's a genius. He helped us win the Super Bowl in Philadelphia. I think that offense is going to be great. The defense isn't that bad either. I agree with Marc here. I think it's going to be the Bucks. I think that Saints probably finished second in this division this year. The Bucks have a great defense coming back. I think that the loss of Mike Evans is going to be a big deal, but I do think that Emeka Buka will step up this year, and I think they just got too much talent to not win this division.
They also lost a cornerback to us.
They lost some pieces this offseason, like Mike Evans losing some pieces on defense, but I still think they're the most talented team in the division. And I kind of think they're going to take a step up for a few different reasons this year. I'm looking out to see Ruben Baines this year. I want to see what he does.
I don't think they're taking a step anywhere because I believe that they've been ruling the division since Baker got there, right? So
Well, I mean, they
I don't
lost
think
it
they're
last
going
year.
anywhere. Yeah, I know. Last year to the Panthers, who I got probably finishing bottom to last or second to last. So last year was a rough division, and it was a toss up, and they won it with like a losing record or some shit like that. We ain't got no time for that.
So I guess I'll be the one contrarian here. I'm gonna roll.
He's gonna go to Atlanta.
Yeah, fuck out of here. That team stinks worse than my team. That's hard to do.
Yo, dude, Atlanta is like there for me.
I'm rolling with the division. I'm rolling with Carolina. I think this is again. I feel like this was a trap pick. I thought about it a lot because I really like Saints and what they're building. But for me, like I can't get out of my head the way they competed with the Rams last year in the playoffs. I love their defensive additions with Phillips, Devin Lloyd, Nick Scott, Sam Martin. I think those are huge. They finally got their franchise left tackle for Bryce Young. I love Canales at the helm of things. I think he's a bright young coach. I just think this is a very easy pick, but it's easily overthought because of falling in love with the Saints. So I'm gonna roll with Carolina to keep it rolling.
I think Carolina is the trap pick because you look at them doing good, like winning the division last year, and you think, oh, boom, they're budding, they're growing. You know what I'm saying? They just need a couple. They added a couple pieces. I think that's the trap pick.
But I agree with you. Normally, the NFC South is a rotating door of like division winners and then first to first. But I think they really have something clicking here. And again, I could totally get bit in the dick for this because we know how Desmond was with Carolina last year. I could be totally wrong. They could be 6-11. I just don't know.
Sometimes when you're a hater, you just gotta be consistent about it. All right.
Yeah.
Which is why
facts.
as we pick our loser for this division, I'll be picking the Carolina Panthers.
All right. All right. Well, that's a good lead into the next part of this. So who we got at the bottom of this division?
I'll keep it real brief here. I'm going to say Carolina Panthers for voodoo reasons because this division never makes any sense and you never know why someone's going to win it or why they're going to lose it. So I'm picking the Carolina Panthers because someone has to lose it. And all 4 of these teams, there's not a whole lot of separation between them if we're being honest here. These are like 7-10 to like 11 and like 6 teams, like all 4 of them. All 4 of them. I bet you that will be like the high mark and the low mark. So I can
That's a
imagine that
little high.
Carolina will get the short end of the stick here.
These are 9-8 teams at best. Okay, 9-8 teams at
No one's
best.
really that impressive in this division, if I'm being honest with
Exactly.
you. And I could
So
think
we
on the
go.
strength of Bijan Robinson that the Falcons can rip off 8 games.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, on the strength of Bijan, but they can't do it on his back alone. And that's
No.
why I got them boys at the bottom of the barrel. And I'm leaving it at that.
Yeah, I got the Falcons at the bottom too. I do like the addition of Kevin Stefanski. I think he's gonna.
I do like that.
He's a good coach. I wouldn't have minded him coming to the Bills, to be honest. But
Once we get there.
I really do think it's the. I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought.
Falcons.
Falcons. Yeah.
The lefty
Falcons
quarterback
ass.
room is just not doing it for me. The lefty quarterbacks that can't stay healthy and frankly really haven't proven much. I know Tua had maybe a solid year with the Dolphins a couple years back, but
It's a lot of concussions. Bro.
it's a lot of concussions. Penix has
Wait
a
a
lot of
minute.
knee injuries. I
Marc,
don't know.
hold on.
I think he's gonna figure out whatever he can with these two quarterbacks, and then probably draft his own next year. So
Marc.
I have the Falcons at the bottom. I mean, they've had so many years to come atop this division, and they haven't. And
Marc, I
don't
had a
think
brain
it's looking
fart.
any better.
I had a brain fart. Who is the quarterback in Atlanta?
Get a real fart.
I mean, it's either Penix or Tua.
Penix or
They're still
Tua.
figuring that out.
Yeah.
If it's Tua, I'm double down. It's a 2-pack of ass over there in Atlanta. Get that shit in the garbage can. Yo, next division. Yo, what you saying, AR?
It looks like this right here. Looks like this.
They're budding.
PU.
Those guys behind you are budding. They're on the way. They just
Well,
need a
they
couple
were
more.
yeah, they were fine in Oakland until the city betrayed them.
No, 15 more seasons. They're on their way. 15 more seasons.
Yeah, we've
They're
been
their
on
way.
our way for about 20 years. Okay.
Yo, if the Knicks could win,
In spite of James Dolan, too. In spite of Mark Davis.
then the Raiders will see a playoff game. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, as long as James Dolan can get 25-year-old ass too, I mean, go for it. Hell yeah. All right, we got lots to get to. My apologies. I'm with you guys. Atlanta all the way at the bottom. PU. This team
All the way.
Yeah, all the way. Let's move to the NFC West, where definitely a highly contested division at the top. I expect this to be the most competitive across the full landscape of the NFL next year. We know that Seattle won the chip. They're coming back bigger and brighter than ever. They got Jack Smith and Jigba on the contract renewal extension. So trying to get healthy. We know that situation. The Rams loaded up. They had Myles Garrett, the big blockbuster this offseason. And lowly Arizona, kind of the odd man out. But I'll let you guys take the floor.
Oh, one more time. I'm going to run it off just in case I got to slide too early. Listen, Seattle. I want to go with the Rams fucking bad. It's like
So put your money where your mouth is.
the talk about Aaron Donald coming out of retirement is tantalizing. It is like, oh my God. Like there are 3 teams in this league that I will root for outside of my own team. One of them is the Rams. Rams, Chiefs, Chargers. Those 3 teams. Only teams outside of my team. There's specific reasons for each one.
I don't need to know.
But says the Bills fan. Listen, anyways.
For the Chiefs,
Well,
dude?
give us your 4. Give us your 4 if you're gonna ramble on.
My what? My reasons?
Give us your 4 in order.
My 4 in order?
For the NFC West, yes.
Okay. In order for the NFC West, I'm gonna give it to you right now. Seattle, LA, San Fran is at the fucking bottom. And let me get Arizona at number 3. It sounds wild as fuck, but believe me when I tell you this. San Fran is on the downfall. How I feel about them right now is how I feel about Buffalo.
Oh, God.
There you go.
Well,
Yeah,
Buffalo
Marc,
had
you
the
was waiting for it
injuries
all
that-
night. You was waiting for it all night. It was too clean. We agreeing too much, and then there it was.
Well, we disagree over rooting for the Chiefs. That's for damn sure. Holy shit, dude.
We will not disgrace Patrick Mahomes like that. You want to go get him a Mahomes shirt? Should I
Dude,
wear a
you're a
bobblehead?
Steelers fan, bro.
I took a dump
Come
on your last one.
Yeah, I'm a Steelers fan. But if the AFC gotta win it, I'm gonna go for who we gonna win. I'm a Steelers fan, but if we not in there, it's AFC all day. Unless it's the Patriots. Unless it's the
Yeah.
Patriots.
Or the Bills, right?
Or the Bills.
Got it.
Unless Josh Allen comes to the Steelers.
Yeah, I know you're praying for it, buddy.
Then I'll be like, you know what? The Bills are okay.
You tried to get a little Josh Allen and Drew Allard, but he's not quite Joshy.
He needs a couple more years.
Yeah, or never.
Josh was bummed his first. You know what? We're going off topic.
Wrong division.
AR, keep us on top.
I could see Desmond chopping the bit. Go ahead, man.
I can't in
Listen to
good
this.
conscience. I can't in good
Listen to
conscience pick
this.
the Rams. I can't do it.
I knew he was going to do it.
No, because usually me and you disagree, Barz. But
All the
actually,
time.
I agree with you this time though. I'm picking the Seahawks again. I think they do run this back. For me, it's so easy to pick the Rams because of the offseason acquisitions. But for me, this really comes down to the defense again. That defense was not good last year. The biggest games they were playing in, they lost because of it. I mean, the Eagles game, they should never have lost that at the beginning of the season. They should have never lost to Seattle twice the way they did. It makes no sense, honestly, when you actually watch those games back. But the defense just completely collapsed. And I don't care that you added Myles Garrett to the situation here. That one position is not going to fix the entire problem. It
Say
really
this
isn't.
shit with your chest.
So they also added Trent McDuffie, as a cornerback. So I get that wasn't the only move they made, in the offseason. They added Trent McDuffie, but I just don't believe that was enough to take that defense, which collapsed in so many big games last year.
Oh my God.
And turn them into a team that's better than Seattle. Seattle had a fantastic defense last year, and I think that they're going to run it back. I don't trust San Francisco in this division. I think that they're just too injury prone. Give me the Seahawks.
Real quick. I don't mean to interrupt nobody. I don't want to take nobody's time. Let me make this quick as fuck. The Rams should have won a Super Bowl last year. Legitimately, but Jackson Smith and Jigma caught everything you threw at him. He caught colds, COVID, whatever you threw, gonorrhea, he threw it, he caught it. Think about it, he caught it. So it is, and that defense was immaculate. But oh my God.
Amazing.
Did the Rams drop the ball? I don't care if you add Myles Garrett. You lost Jared Verse. And then having both of those two, it would have been the most unstoppable defense.
Had to give up somebody to get Myles Garrett, though.
Marc, what do you got for this division?
You guys don't think the moves were enough? I kind of think they were. I mean, they identified the defense was a problem. They upgraded at pass rusher. They got 2 starting quarters, not just Trent McDuffie. They got Jalen Watson. They just said, hey, Kansas City, we'll take your starting corners that have been pretty good over the past 5 years or so.
They did pick up 2.
I think it is enough. And they were that close already. I think this puts them over the top in that division and in the NFC, really. I mean, I think they're even more favored this year, this time around. But I think Seattle is still going to be up there. It's just, they lost Kenneth Walker. They really rode his coattails for a little while. That's a big
loss.
They lost Boye Mafe.
Charbonnet is good, though.
Who knows how this Jadarian Price guy is going to be, their first round pick. I think it's still going to be between the Rams and the Seahawks, but I just think the Rams on paper. I think the biggest thing with them is making sure Stafford is healthy after an MVP season. I mean, as long as he's good, I have a hard time picking against them. And then the Cardinals, I think they're at the bottom. I just was it Jacoby Brissett or Carson Beck? Like who's going to lead this team to even third place, dude? I don't know.
Oh, I didn't know we were giving our bottoms too. Yeah, the Cardinals, easy agree.
I thought he said San Fran.
I said San Fran. That's they're too injury prone. They're too injury prone.
And yet they almost were first in the NFC last year.
No, that injury prone team won 12 games last year.
Yeah, with Mac Jones, they're still pretty good. I don't know. I think give me Shanahan over Who's coaching in Arizona now? Is it LaFleur?
Do y'all follow
Yeah, it's
trends?
LaFleur. It's
LaFleur, yeah.
LaFleur.
Do y'all
Yeah.
follow trends?
I follow the trend of that
You
power
follow
plant.
trends. Your team is the oldest team in the league, Steelers. PU.
So keep following. So take it from the old head.
Watch
Take
out
it
for
from
me.
Grandpa. Take it from Grandpa, right?
And you're gonna be a grandpa.
The
pretty
Cardinals
soon.
are due for a turnaround. Watch that shit. Mark my words. This is why we make early predictions. Put
Yeah.
this shit up and put this shit on the threads that we just found out we had.
You think it's gonna be
I sure will,
Brissett?
fella. I sure will, fella. Yeah, put it up on your poster board. Yep.
Who's gonna lead them? Is it Brissett? Is it Gardner Minshew? Is it Carson Beck? Who do you think? Or it doesn't matter?
I think I honestly, it's this is gonna be the weirdest shit in the world, yo. They're gonna scrape by with a shuffle of QBs. That's what I believe.
Into
I
what,
believe
third
that
place?
yes, and shuffle into third place off the back of San Francisco injuries, not off the back of winning games in excellent fashion.
You can
Okay,
shuffle right off this pod.
what?
You can shuffle right off this pod.
All right, this is what we
I'm
make these-
I'm playing. You're endless entertainment. Listen, I'm just gonna be real quick on this one. I agree kind of with Mark. I think the Rams have been put over the top. I believe that Kenneth Walker is a huge loss. But I'm also changing the discrepancy. I think the difference between the division winner and the furthest to go in the playoffs / winning a title as a repeat champ, I think is a different conversation. I still think Seattle can come second in this place, be the top wild card in the NFC, and still win the title again because of the fact that they're going to have a little bit of that fatigue from a long season the year prior, keeping everybody healthy, maybe taking the last week off, those kind of things. I think Rams will win the regular season, win that division. However, I think it's easy enough a pick to take Arizona at the bottom of the division. And San Fran, it's just all a question of health, whether we shuffle them 3 or 4. Go ahead, Barz. What do you got?
How many yards did Kenneth Walker have last year?
You tell us.
Man, I don't have that memorized.
I mean, I'm
You
asking.
tell me.
Did he have more yards
You didn't lead the
Did he
league. I
have
know
more yards
that.
than JSN?
We do not have the Seahawks stats memorized, my friend.
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't either. I don't either.
I have autism.
Listen. I don't think Kenneth Walker is going to be a big enough loss. That's just my opinion. And that's it. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Fair enough. Well, news to the audience out there. We do have our boy Cam coming in a minute. I just want to give a heads up. We'll have a nice group of 5 tonight for hopefully a minute, at least a segment.
Might.
We want to. Yeah, might. Well, again, you guys are 2 for the price of 1 when it comes to Steelers fans, so that's why we're doing this.
And I wish he was here so we could double down when we get to the NFC North. I will.
Yeah. Well,
game.
we'll shuffle you guys to the top of the hour when we get to the AFC North. All right. NFC East, we got our boy Desmond here on behalf of Eagles fans, Eagle Nation. I want to lead off with him because this is kind of his territory. What are your thoughts on division winner and the sad lovable lose at the bottom of the division?
Man, I am incapable of not being biased when it comes to this question. So of course I'm going to pick the Eagles. Just let everyone know that ahead of time. I'm an Eagles fan, always have been. So yeah, definitely got the Eagles being the winner of the NFC East here. But actually, no, let's do all the winners first, right? Before we do all the losers.
Yeah. And before we jump in, let's just introduce Cam real quick and tell him where we're at right now. Cam, what's going on, brother? How are you?
What's going on, yo? What's going on? How's everybody
What's going
doing?
on, Cam?
Cam.
We just ran
This
down
is
the
our
line.
first official meeting.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, word. So yeah, sorry about the tardiness.
The Steeler meeting, the terrible towel.
Steelers Nation, you already know what it is.
That's right. Yes, sir.
We got our boy in the house. I'm very happy.
Where's my towel? Where is my towel?
Just to give you an update, Cam, right now we just ran through the NFC. We're doing the NFC East, and then we're going to run down the AFC. So we got the AFC North locked and loaded for you. So right now, I'm going to give the floor to Desmond. He's going to talk about his Eagles, and then we'll open up. We'll talk about our division winners and the losers in each division. So,
yeah, man, I'm going to keep it real super simple. I think that like I was saying before, I'm a little too biased not to pick the Eagles. I'm just going to pick the Eagles. That's my team. I do think that we have the best team in the division. I think we have the best defense in the division. I think we have one of the best defenses in the NFL. Our offense, looking kind of sketchy after last year's, mostly a lot of injuries along the offensive line, but I think that those guys are going to be healthy this year. And I don't think the loss of AJ Brown's going to be as big of a deal as other people think it's going to be. I mean, as someone who's watched every single game that he played over the last 4 years, he is a great receiver in this league, but I also don't know that he is as impactful as I think as outside perspectives make him out to be. So I think we'll be able to replace him just fine with Mekhi Lemon. And yeah, I'm looking forward to us being back in the playoffs this year.
Who wants to jump in?
I'm going to agree with you, Desmond. I am going to ride with the Eagles again. I just I agree about the AJ Brown. Like, I don't think it's gonna be. He was such a distraction the past couple of years. I think it's gonna be almost refreshing for that locker room to move on and be like, all right, you drafted Mekhi Lemon. While he's not as great outside, he's gonna be a stud in the slot for them. They pick up Hollywood Brown for the vertical stuff.
Oh,
and
my God.
I just think this is a team that is kind of, they've been battle tested, and they're probably chomping at the bit to get back to it and win the division. And you know, they picked up Reek One. That's a really good defensive back.
Yeah.
They traded for Jonathan Greenard. That's a very underrated trade. I mean, the Eagles, Howie's always making deals for these really good defensive players and trading picks and figuring it out that way. And I don't know. I don't buy, like, the Giants have gotten better. They're still a young team figuring it out.
But Cowboys... John Harbaugh is different, though. John Harbaugh is different. Listen, he's never, from as a Steelers fan, I will say he's never really. I can't even count how many losing seasons he's had. Do you really think he's gonna have a losing season with the Giants? I don't see it. Like, I see them doing good, but I don't see them having that losing season with John Harbaugh there. I just can't see it. Maybe if it does, maybe it may happen. If it happens, maybe 1 year. But I think the following after that, they're going to be that average. You know what I'm saying? Start good.
I knew, besides the fact that you was a Steelers fan, I was going to like you, Cam.
Yeah, I got to respect it.
I'm on your take. I am on your take. I got the Giants as number one in this
so you're
division.
picking the Giants.
What?
Okay.
First of all, I don't even got y'all sniffing second place, Des. So I just need you to understand that.
Don't buy the hype.
Yeah.
I will definitely clip this one.
Talk about defense and all this shit. You talking about Mekhi Lemon going to replace AJ Brown?
And they forgot. Yeah. They forgot that John Harbaugh trained Lamar Jackson. And if you look at Jackson Dart, I'm not saying they similar, but they kind of got that style of QB. And if you put him in the system to what John Harbaugh have, and you got Cam Scatterboo, come on, man, Malik, and then if you can get the old Beckham back, because listen, he don't got to do much. All he got to do is make the plays that matter. Think about it like this, right? We saw the Patriots, right? We name all the wide receivers, but people forgot Wes Walker. He was a slot, and he was a good.
Do I need to be here? Do I even need to be here?
So just remember that.
He's cooking. Do I need to be here?
Cam, are you picking the Giants then? Like, that's your pick for winner of the division?
I'm gonna say this. When it comes down to that division, it's gonna be between the Eagles and the Giants.
You gotta pick a winner.
Don't be a politician.
I would say
pick one.
No, I'm gonna be real, right? Based off of John Harbaugh coming in, and based off just the Eagles doing good, I'm gonna say the Eagles barely though. I'm gonna say it's gonna come between them two. I'm honestly say that. No, listen, hold on, listen. I'm gonna tell you why, right? First of all, the Eagles. I like Jalen Hurts. Okay, I've been following Jalen Hurts since college. The kid is good. Okay,
he
fits the system, and the Eagles head coach. Okay,
strong as fuck.
Yeah, he's been to what? He got 2 rings.
No,
right, and he's only been coaching for how many years?
He's been to 2 Super Bowls, won 1.
Okay, 2 Super Bowls, 1, but still the appearances, you know what I'm saying? And just for him being in there, I believe he hasn't been there for that long, right? I'm not sure. You guys can give me a count. 5 years, I think that's still young, right? To do that is not bad. So I think with their system, that's why I'm picking them, just based off the consistency. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to just assume and jump the Giants because, right? Like, think about the Detroit Lions and their head coach, right? Before they got that good. I believe when they first got there, I think they only had 3 wins. They were under 500. They were horrible the first year.
He did that in breaking the mold and doing 4th and 1s when no one else was doing 4th and 1s.
This is very true. He does gamble that.
You're right. He was the wild card coach. Dan Campbell was the wild card
Yeah,
coach.
yeah,
So it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, he did that.
Alex, who
He
you
yeah.
got
showed
for
his
the
team could.
NFC East champion?
Yeah, I got to break up all this nonsense.
Yeah, God, shoot.
I'm
Kill it right
yeah, I'm
now.
not gonna.
Kill it right now, AR.
No, I'm not gonna overcomplicate it. I'm taking Philly. I don't think this is really too difficult. I think it's a lot of addition by subtraction with AJ Brown leaving the building. I agree that I think the leadership at the top is the most important. I think that's really rock solid and steady. I think they get a little bit of reprieve with the schedule coming up this year. I like what they did in the draft. I really do. I like moving up to get that USC wide receiver. I'm blanking on his name, but was it
Makai Lemon.
Yeah, McConnell.
Yeah.
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 The
I
stolen
really like
lemon, the stolen fruit.
make lemonade. So anyway, yeah, but in terms of the bottom of this division, again, it's easy to say Washington, but I believe in Jaden Daniels, believe in Dan Quinn. For me, it's between Dallas and Washington right now. I mean, again,
Oh
Dallas,
God, not Dallas. Oh God. Oh God.
Yo, I knew I was gonna
and I'm
like
doing
Cam. I knew I was gonna like Cam.
Oh man. Yeah, you guys ever eat something on a plate and then it's so bad you just gotta that's please not
That's
Dallas.
Dallas. That's the
Oh
Cowgirls
no. Oh nah.
the
Well, hold
Cowboys.
Oh
on.
my God.
And the
Hold on.
Bills.
They're dog shit.
Alex, go ahead and finish.
They're underwhelming every year, and we play this game. We play this circle jerk rotation like we do with the NFC South.
Yep.
Same every year. Which one's top and bottom, first or worst. So I think that there are going to be a lot of nonsense, a lot of noise coming out of there. Again, we saw what Dak did at the end of the year. I just think it was empty calories. That's kind of the name of his career at this point. I don't believe in their defense. I don't think they can stop anybody. And if you're trying to put him up against other teams to shoot out and put up 40 points, I don't think he can do it. And I don't believe in Schottenheimer. I think McCarthy was just as bad when he was there. I don't see anything really changing anytime soon. And in terms of their draft, yeah, I mean, they got some nice picks. Don't get me wrong. I really like the corner they got. But at the end of the day, I just think that it's just not enough.
So I'm gonna say
me.
this. I'm gonna say this, right? If Dallas does what Alex just mentioned, we know what they do, right? The hype it and then it leads to disappointment, right? If this happens, right? If this happens again, I think Dak gotta go. I hate to say it.
Well,
I hate to say it because I feel like
He should have went last year, 2 years ago.
we're gonna have to keep because it's gonna be the same tune playing over and over again at this point. That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I agree.
I would have brought Dak to the pasture like Yeller. Like, give me a bit.
Yeah. Shit.
I'm sorry. He got it.
Okay, so are you picking the Cowboys as your bottom in the NFC East then?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, good. All right, we're kind of in agreement.
Then I'm gonna jump in and say
that's not
the Giants
even
for
biased.
sure.
That's just off statistics and facts.
It's definitely going to be the Giants.
Really?
Let's hear it.
Yeah, without a doubt. As somebody who watches this, like, this is my division. Somebody watches division every year. The Giants have the least amount of talent in this division. There is no question. And I don't want to hear about the magic of John Harbaugh, what he's going to bring.
I believe in it. Listen,
come on,
bro, when
John
we get to my
Harbaugh.
division, you gonna shit on my division.
John Harbaugh was fortunate to have
when we get to my division,
Lamar
you gonna pick
Jackson
the
as his
Bengals.
quarterback. That's what really
don't
happened.
play with
here.
me.
Give Desmond.
Matter of fact, I'm sorry. When we get to my division, you either go pick the Bengals or the Ravens, Desmond.
Well,
I don't want to hear nothing else. I don't want to hear it.
You'll hear my take when we get to the NFC with AFC North. Don't worry.
We won't get to your division, Barz, unless you let Desmond speak.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I'm sorry. John Harbaugh was fortunate to have Lamar Jackson as a quarterback. That's really how that came down to be. And yeah, he went every single year and, what was it? Didn't have a losing record. Barely had a losing record with the Ravens.
But with Joe Flacco.
He didn't have to play in MetLife Stadium. He didn't have to have Jackson Dart as his QB, who's going to be knocked out of the season after like week 4 because he keeps running into concussions.
That's why John
keep running into a
Harbaugh
wall.
is there. That's why
He's
John
not-
Harbaugh is there to say,
Barz.
sit your ass down, boy.
Barz.
They had so many people trying to convince Cam Scatterboo and Jackson Dart not to be playing the way they were playing last year. They kept doing it anyway. Their Odell Beckham, if he gets into the hot tub time machine and like brings back himself from 10 years ago, no, their whole receiving core is mediocre. Their defense is not that good. I don't even see the Giants winning 8 games this year. I would probably be nicer about this, if our friend Alex was on the show this week, but
Clip that.
that's just the absolute facts about it. I mean,
Clip that.
Don't be nice.
The Cowboys and the Commanders are probably both going to win 10 games this year. And I just don't think the Giants are going to be able to keep pace with the 3 teams in the division.
Fair enough.
Clip that.
Yeah, I was kind of tiptoeing around the resurgence with the Washington Commies coming back. I do think that they're better than
Jaden Daniels is good, man.
Described. Yeah, I love Jaden Daniels too. I totally agree. And I believe
that.
I felt like that was a one-time magic. Like he did one. Like I just it was like that one.
That was
year,
too polished to be a fluke. I mean, I think he was just injured last year. Honestly,
you've never seen a polished fluke before?
No, I think Jaden Daniels has a bounce back year this year.
You should know as an Eagles fan.
Gentlemen, keep that heat. We're gonna roll right into the AFC. I'm gonna put the AFC North right at the top because I don't know how much time they got for Barz. I want to let these two.
I actually do not have much time left, so thank you for rolling to the AFC North.
Yeah, you're welcome. Go put your nuts on the camera. Go ahead.
Don't
talk about your 45-year-old roster. Go ahead.
Oh wow, that's gang. Go ahead. Just go ahead.
Or Cam, whatever who wants to jump first. Ladies first.
No. AFC North? Ladies first?
Yeah, bring
it. What the fuck till we get to the South? wait, not the South. Wait,
the West.
Alex. What? It's the West?
Hold on.
I can't remember what fucking division these niggas
Wait. I know y'all not talking about the AFC North. I know y'all not talking about the AFC North that was on the Hard Knocks not too long ago, right? 2 years ago. Oh, you talking about the Cold North? Oh, you talking about the
division
Cold North
last year, Cam? Who won the division last year, Cam?
Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay. I got the Raiders at 3-14. So
listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I feel so bad for the Raiders. I'm not gonna lie. That division. Oh.
Can we stay on topic and talk about the AFC?
All right. Okay. We'll talk about
the Steelers, baby. Just like Desmond said, I'm too biased to not pick my team. What are you saying? But let's not even go about on anything else, right? They lost their best defender on the Browns. Okay, they lost their best defender.
Thank God.
We're not even thank God.
No.
Because the last game they played against us was on Myles Garrett's chance to get his 100th game before he played them bum ass niggas that gave him the 100th sack or whatever. Listen, I don't want to hear any of that. I don't want to hear any of that.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you.
The Browns is ass. I got them at the bottom of the division.
Absolutely.
And I only got them at the bottom of the division because Joe Burrow was on the Bengals. And Joe Burrow wasn't there.
But he keeps getting injured.
Bottom of the division.
Yeah.
If he stays healthy, they're still number 3. I don't give a damn about that. The Ravens are only number 2 because of Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. The minute Derrick Henry leaves, the Ravens are at number 3. The Steelers are number 1 because I'm a motherfucking Steelers fan. Not because we got any personnel or any and all that bullshit. Because I'm a motherfucking Steelers fan. But let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Double down. Double down. TJ Watt is there. We might trade Alex Highsmith. So I'm understanding about that, but it might be for reasons. We might pick up offensive pieces that we need. Our offense is not the best offense in the league. We did win. We win.
Was that him?
I think he's frozen.
Yeah, it's connection.
That's karma right there. Go ahead, Cam.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. You're good.
Get out of the bunker. Go ahead. Oh,
Cam's talking still?
He's talking to himself. Go ahead, Cam.
Okay, so how I feel about it. I mean, do I feel good? Yeah. I would say for Aaron Rodgers, I mean, he gotta make this year good. Like, he gotta do good. Metcalf, Metcalf got to stay focused, okay? As a fan, I was a little disappointed he didn't hit that 1,000 yards, and I was a little disappointed just how it played out in the playoffs. It was just a lot of miscommunication. Tomlin leaving, it was very sad, very disappointing. I kind of felt like the fans, some of them, just from looking at the internet, some of them were just complaining about him and they were talking about firing him when he's literally never had a losing season as a coach. right? And that's something that that's just something that you rarely see, and you rarely just see, like, hear about, just even as a fan, right? Or just being a fan of the game. So I kind of just think McCarthy coming in is going to hold a lot of pressure on him, right? He's going to be the fourth coach ever, so he could be the best or the worst. That's just how I'm looking at it. He could start off being the best by winning the games, right? Or he might just be the worst just by starting off losing more of the games. So it's pressure. And y'all got to think, right? This is his hometown. So this is kind of like, if you do bad with them, this is how your hometown's going to think about you, you know? So it's gonna be some pressure. I believe, Alex, can you just remind me, they have Atlanta, correct? Week 1?
Yes, they do.
Oh, yes, they do. Yep.
Okay, so they got Tua. I mean, how do y'all? I mean, if you want to contribute in conversation, how do y'all feel about the week 1? What do you think that's going to be? Do you think that might be a low scoring game? Because the last time we played Atlanta, I believe 2 seasons ago, when Justin Fields and Russell Wilson was in, they played Atlanta and it was a low scoring game. So how do you guys predict this is going to be?
I think they're going to handle that first game. I think they will. I think, they got Rodgers back. It's a new coach in McCarthy, but he's this ain't his first rodeo, and the home field advantage, I think, will come through in that game. But I do not have the Steelers winning the division. I have the Bengals. I think the Bengals are going to come back in full force this year. I saw the Bengals play the Bills. It was sometime after, it was like week 10 or later. And they had nothing to play for, and they played their asses off and went toe-to-toe with Josh Allen in the snow. And I'm terrified when they're at full power. I mean, the Chase connection, the Higgins connection. You got Chase Brown at running back. Gesicki is a good pass catcher.
And I believe
all the moves that they made on defense. Give me a second.
My bad.
All the moves that they made on defense, trading for Dexter Lawrence, signing Boye Mafe, signing Jonathan Allen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This team is Brian Cook at safety. Like, this team is getting better on defense. Their offensive players are back, ready to roll. And Burrow is staying healthy. I'm sorry, I don't care about the Ravens. They have a brand new head coach. What did they do last year? I'm sorry. Like, Lamar Jackson cannot stay healthy enough to be effective in the playoffs and play in these big late season games. Give me the Bengals. I think they're going to return to form this year.
So here's the thing, right? I mean, I could see them being potentially good, but the problem is it's just Joe Burrow. He just get injured. You know that injury's been an issue the year before that and the before that, right? They all of a sudden, when he gets healthy, back to healthy, now he's back to full power when it doesn't matter. That's why I kind of just don't have that much faith in the Bengals, because I mean, it happened last year, and if I'm not mistaken, the last year before that. I remember watching it on a Thursday night game, and I don't know who he was playing, but I remember he injured, and I told my brother, I was like, watch, he might get injured in this play, because I should see him. Y'all remember it when he was throwing with his hand and started to mess up. I don't know if he got injured from that last year, but it's just a common injury. I mean, like I said, if he stays healthy, I could see them. I could see the Steelers bumping it up with them. That's where it's gonna, the rubber meets the road. But I'm gonna tell you this right now: if he does not be healthy, I don't see it.
I'll take him over a 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers.
And I mean, hold on one second. I mean,
hold the fuck on. Hold the fuck on.
Wait. Hold on, Mark. Hold on. Let me finish real quick with Mark. Mark, as a Bills fan, I think y'all gotta simmer it down, because last year, y'all had no Lamar, no Mahomes. Okay, y'all had a rookie quarterback. Okay, who was that? Who was it from the Broncos? Please, somebody fresh with memory. I'm having a brain fart. I'm at Bo Nix.
Not a rookie.
Okay, second year. Okay, cool. Rookie, second year. He's still new, right? He's still, second year in the system, right? In the NFL, right? This was Josh Allen's chance. I like, it's chances, like, we've seen this. I don't know. The Buffalo curse is still there. Okay, it has not lifted.
We're talking about the AFC North.
I'm snapping.
You're right.
I'm
Okay,
snapping like it's
Stay on the AFC.
but that's all I got to say about it. Back to the North. I'm sorry. Much love.
You're cut off.
all right. I got cut off. Like I said, I got
You're talking about the Steelers again for the fourth time?
the police for the fourth time.
Like,
Don't even do
you
that.
don't like your first
Don't
Steelers
do
rant?
that.
Come on, man.
Oh man.
All right, look,
I want to
look,
hear.
look,
I want to
look,
hear
look,
from a
look, look,
coherent.
look, look,
I want to
look,
hear
look,
from a
look, look,
coherent,
look,
neutral
look,
voice
look.
in this room. I want to hear from Desmond about your winner and your loser from the AFC North.
I'll keep it quick. I know this is y'all division, so I'll keep it real quick.
Before we, wait.
I'm sorry.
Before we hit
Rant number
Desmond,
4.
before
Go
we
ahead.
hit Desmond, it's not even a rant. It's not a rant. It's not a rant.
Gibberish.
It's not a rant. It's real quick. I gotta slide out. Like I said, I got into an accident. The police had to call me. That's all that was. That's all
Let's
that
not
was.
witness testimony.
Let me shoot this off. Real quick. And while I'm at it, AR, if you would allow me, because I have to go after this, can I shoot off the rest of everybody else? But no reasons. I'm gonna just shoot them off. If you want reasons, I will give you reasons later. But let me just. All right, bang. Besides my bias, Pittsburgh, right? We still have a solid defense. Our offense is coming along. Defense wins games, right? Bottom of the barrel is Cleveland. They don't have an offense that is solid enough to rock out any of these games. They do not have a solid enough to beat a bad Bengals team. They do not have an offense solid enough to beat a decent Ravens. So at the end of the day, I take the Pittsburgh Steelers for this. AFC East, real quick. I hate to say this.
Not giving you the AFC East.
It's the Bills.
Bye.
It's the Bills.
No.
I gotta go. I gotta go. Listen, I gotta go. I gotta shoot it off.
You said Bills, bro.
AFC East, Bills. I don't see New England repeating this. I don't. AJ Brown or not, I don't. The Jets just suck too bad, and Miami's trash. The NFC South, AFC South. Yo, craziest take, hot take. Tennessee, bottom of the division. Bottom of the division.
Oh my God.
Yo, listen to me.
Please get off
Listen
this
to me.
episode.
Bottom of the division, Indianapolis. AFC West. Hear me out all the fucking way. The Chargers. They make a good turnaround. Jerk nothing. I got y'all finishing second, AR. Leave me alone.
Say your last place and get off the pod, please.
Oh my God. Was it that disrespectful? Nah, I don't have y'all finishing second place. That was just so you don't mad at me. I got y'all finishing third. That's one better than last year.
I'm still cranky.
That's one better than last year. I got the Chargers doing it. And that's it.
Barz Who's out. Last place in the AFC West? Then you can go by.
AFC West?
I'm wondering what he's gonna say.
Oh, the Broncos. I don't believe in their hype. The fuck out of here. All right. Trash. Mile high.
Thank you for endless entertainment, my guy. We bless you. I'm sorry you had a rough day. We love you.
Yo. I know that I had a rough day. I had to fire off the takes. Y'all don't believe me. I'm one for the hot takes, but the Bills sucked last year, and they sucked the year before that. And y'all know I said
we're winning
that.
the division this year, apparently.
Yes, you guys are winning the division this year. I'm picking a different team to hate on.
Love you, buddy.
Man.
Barz, we love you. Thank you. We're going to do a live pod at some point, Connecticut-based, so we'll get all the crew
We need to do a live pod so everybody can see that we are not just like guys getting together on a podcast. We actually know each other. We do this.
We have live. We're not bought by Mossad. We're good.
Yeah, and we have hot ass takes. We do not get in the messages and say, "Hey guys, say
drop
this."
In the message board.
Okay, fuck out of here, guys.
All
we love you guys.
Barz
after the catch.
Yeah,
love you guys. I wish we could stay longer.
We got 3 more. Thank you, and we'll let you go. We got 3 more divisions to get to. Did we miss anybody?
Yeah. I forgot to say my divisions because I went off track.
I think we missed Desmond.
Yes,
yeah, Desmond. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll just make it real quick. I got Ravens as the winner. I think they're the most complete team in the division. I got the Browns as the loser because
Fair enough.
Browns.
I'm gonna be a little contrarian here. I'm the biggest Joe Burrow fan in the world. I have Cincinnati getting back to full strength. For all the reasons Marc overlaid, this team is very dangerous. I don't think it was a fluke that they went to the Super Bowl as early as they did in Joe Burrow's tenure. And I think the more attention to detail they put into this defense, revamping this defense, being back at full strength, the schedule is fairly decent. I think that this is their division to lose. I still think there's a lot of questions around the division right now. My division loser, I actually got Baltimore because I think that there's too many questions with Lamar, with his return. How happy, how satisfied is he? I haven't seen him aside from Harbaugh. What they were saying about, that incongruency, with his like kind of outdated, team management as a leader, as a coach, I just think it's a little overblown. I don't necessarily have the Giants at the bottom of the division in the NFC East, and it's because I actually do believe in Harbaugh. But I think that there's too many questions with a new coach with Baltimore. I think they have one way of winning, and if they don't do it right, they don't win. I just think this is Cincy's to lose, and I'm going to lean towards Baltimore at the bottom.
I got one more thing I wanted to add here before we transition.
Okay.
I was listening to a podcast last year about the AFC North, and what the guy said in August was that the Bengals had a horrific defense the year before, the 2024 season, and they did nothing to improve it from 2024 to 2025. So why pick the Bengals going into 2025? And we watched how last season played out, where the Bengals had to score like 30, 40 points a game, and they were still losing because, Joe Burrow has a crazy offense around him. But it don't matter if your defense can't even stop anybody. And this year, they've added Dexter Lawrence and what? I just don't see how this Bengals defense is any better than last year or the year before, which has led me to think to myself, can Joe Burrow score 50 points a game? Because he's going to have to win.
Well, I mean, that's a healthy and reasonable argument to make. I would say that, trading for Dexter Lawrence is a lot bigger than is not made out to be. I just think that, on top of that, you got Jonathan Allen. That's a huge pickup, I think.
True.
At defensive tackle.
Lost Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah, but that contract looming was a huge albatross around their neck. I think that the fact that they're free from that kind of clarifies things in the locker room. It's a fresh start for everybody, and I think him being through the gauntlet in the NFC East, he's used to playing for nothing because they were at the bottom of the division year after year after the post Eli era. So I think Dexter Lawrence comes in with that grit that's needed to kind of anchor that defense.
Okay.
But again, I mean, I like Kyle Duggar too. I think that was a nice pickup. The Orlando Brown extension on the offensive side, I think was nice. But all in all, I just don't think it's as big. I look at like Cincinnati as like a car. I don't think it had like transmission issues. I think it was just like a few pieces here and there that were run down, and it just happened cyclically over the last 2 years. And I think they're back, and I think that Burrow's going to carry this thing. But that's just me.
Nope. That's me too.
Yeah. Let's move to the AFC West. I'm not gonna jump in here from the start because we kind of know where I'm at.
That's the tradition, I went first for NFC East. They went first for.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. Yeah, I got shit, man.
Go ahead and say it.
Oh
my
gosh.
No, I got I got Denver winning the division.
Oh, be a homer. Pick the Raiders.
No, I have to keep some integrity. I have to restore some integrity after we just had freaking Barz spewing dog shit for an hour. I have to get this train back on the track. I got Denver winning the division. I think that they're made of the right stuff. That House's foundation is built on the right stuff. I like Sean Payton. Love that defense. Bo Nix, love him or hate him, he's going to have up and down games. I think he's a managerial level quarterback, but I think he has enough to get it done. I think this is a gap year for KC. I think LA is always just a wet dream. But I got my Raiders in last place, unfortunately. I see them winning about 6-7 games, but I don't think it's going to do much. I think they're going to be exciting, but they're going to be lovable losers.
I'm going to agree with you, Alex. I have Denver taking the division again. I think they took a huge step forward last year, and now they're going into this year with basically the same roster plus Jalen Waddle. So if Jalen Waddle stays healthy and this new scenery for him, I think they could be right back at the AFC Championship game. I think they got very unlucky with Bo Nix's ankle, freaking second to last snap of the Bills playoff game. So I think they're going to be hungry to get back at it. And yet the Sean Payton led team with a solid offense and a really solid defense. I think I hear what you're saying with Bo Nix being a manager. I think he's a plus manager. I think he has the capability to make very clutch throws in clutch moments, as he did time and time again against McDermott's defense in the playoff game. But and I do have the Raiders finishing last. I do think they'll be better, but I think it's that they're still a peg down. Maybe if Mahomes is like shaky with that injury and has to, I don't know. We'll see. I still think the Raiders are a year away from truly competing. They're going to figure out Mendoza. They did make a lot of good additions this offseason, but it's a new coach, new quarterback. That usually takes a year to get going. Yep.
Marc, real quickly, who do you think's gonna win that QB battle?
I'm sorry, what was that again?
Who do you think's gonna win that QB battle with Mendoza and I believe the Cousins? Right,
Cousins.
Who do you think's gonna win that battle?
I think Cousins will start at first, but I think he's gonna have a very short leash. Just because I don't think in this day and age, like having guys sit for extended periods of time, it's not as common. I think with the state of the team, it's going to be like, all right, let's just put Fernando out there. If they're out of maybe it'll take until they're out of the playoff contention, but I think sooner rather than later they'll turn to Mendoza.
I will say I think it will take 6 games because their schedule's a gauntlet. But I do agree that he's probably the most ready-made of the quarterbacks that come out of the draft class because he's a 4-year guy, won a Natty, won a Heisman. Like he's ready to play. It's just, do you want to put him through a gauntlet of a horrific first 4 to 6 games?
I mean, you guys haven't had a good QB since the last one
since Carr.
Yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong, like. Carr was struggling, but he out of the QBs y'all had over the years, he was probably, I think he wasn't bad.
He's the best we had since Rich Gannon, who was 30 years old in a Super Bowl. I get it. I totally understand.
My hot take is that I think that Kirk Cousins will still be the quarterback on Thanksgiving.
But that's early.
Threads account.
Yep, there you go. That's the culprit right there.
Outed.
No, I believe it though. I really do believe it. I think Tom Brady's gonna be a big voice in that room, and I think that he helped bring Cousins in because he is looking at his own career, how he had to sit behind Drew Bledsoe for more than a year. I think he's gonna be a big influential voice in there, trying to tell everyone that Mendoza will be better off for sitting behind Cousins longer. Same way Patrick Mahomes didn't come in till week 17 of his first year. I think you might see something similar from Mendoza this year. But just kind of go off of that, I'm with y'all. I got the Broncos. I think that the big addition in the offseason was them bringing in Jalen Waddle and put him opposite of Cortland Sutton. Their offense was already decent last year, and you're putting them already on the opposite side of a top 5 defense.
Yeah.
The Broncos got scary good. As far as I'm concerned, they're just one healthy running back away from being like easily in the Super Bowl this year. So yeah, it's definitely not gonna be the Chiefs. Like I feel confident you can clip that one. I feel confident it's not gonna be the Chiefs this year.
No.
I got my bottom team as the Chargers.
Wow. Okay.
I do not believe in the Chargers hype. I don't believe it. I think every year, like everyone loves to shower Justin Herbert with all this praise, and every year he does not deliver. And yet he's the most untouchable, hasn't accomplished anything quarterback in the NFL. Does not make any sense.
Whoa.
It does not make any sense why people like glaze him as much as we do. Like the Chargers are not a good football team. They have not been a good football team. If I asked you to pick the top like 7 teams in the AFC, you would be a liar if you'd put them in the top 7. I really do believe that. So I firmly believe that the Raiders will jump the Chargers this year, and the Chargers will be the number 4 team in that division.
Hell yeah.
Take.
Well, in the spirit of Madison beer, let's hope for some glazing this year.
Baby.
Cam, what you got for us, brother?
All right, so I mean, I heard everybody's pick. I mean, I'm gonna say Denver for the for the West. I'm gonna say them because I do believe Sean Payton. I think he got his spark back. Right, we saw when he went to Denver and with Russell Wilson, and then like the rebuilding. I got to give him credit. Just the work he's done as a coach, the work he's done with New Orleans. I think he got his swagger back, y'all. I think just from what he did last year, I think he can go back again. I definitely do think Bo Nix, like someone mentioned or Alex mentioned, he was good
Mhm.
managed. I've watched Bo Nix since when he was in Oregon, and y'all don't know this. I don't know if y'all know this, but he was the one. He was the Oregon QB that when Colorado was getting all that noise and hype, he shut
Yeah.
it down. Just to let y'all know, they came to him. They came to Oregon. They were coming in with all that noise, and he shut it
Scored
down.
40 on him.
Y'all remember
Yeah.
that? Yup, you were
I
there.
do.
Yep. And I'm sure after you saw the first three touchdowns, after it was a shutout, you already knew they were gonna get cooked. Because the first half it was done. You see, you
No, I
already know.
remember. I
Yeah,
remember that game.
yeah.
Yeah.
So just from that, and just from how he is now in the pros, I mean, he's doing it. He's doing everything, and I don't see him doing bad just from how he's done it last year. So I'm gonna go with Denver in that division. I'm gonna say the Raiders will definitely not be last. So who I got last? I want to place the Chargers, but then the Chargers is like they do make they always somehow creep in that wild card or it just get thought of. So I'm gonna say they're not gonna make it this year. I'm gonna say the Raiders at least gonna make it to number 3 in that division. Like I said, they're rebuilding. And I don't see Kirk Cousins starting around that. He said Thanksgiving week. I don't
Yep.
see it. I do see Mendoza getting some reps in. I do see Mendoza most likely just getting the hang of it, getting the feel for it. So that's it for the West, for my opinion.
So you got the Chiefs in
Who's going
last.
to last place?
Well, you know what? The Chiefs. I don't see them doing anything magical. I think the Chiefs. I don't see them making it. I don't see
It's
them making the
okay.
post.
Have the hot take. Say the Chiefs going to be 4th.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Bring it on.
It's that AFC West. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's a dogfight, and I kind of feel bad for the Raiders fans. Alex, because
Yeah.
I've known Alex for so long. When I tell y'all, as a Raiders fan, for him, he's been through it. He's literally been through it.
I've been
Yep.
sucking shit through a straw. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! And trust me, when it's basketball season, oh yeah, he don't talk about them. I ain't gonna lie, he don't talk about them. That's
Yeah.
how serious it is. So
Yep.
it's very tough for me for that West, but I don't see the Chiefs making it. I do see the Chargers making last. Uh, I would say, you know what? I did place the Chiefs third. I'm gonna place the Chiefs second. Why not? Because I mean, I did place the Raiders second. I'm sorry.
Just
I
make
see
up
the
your
Chiefs
mind. Who's
third.
last place? Who's last place?
Chargers.
Okay.
I see the Chargers.
Okay.
I don't see them. So my bad.
Woo! All right. Man, you dancing. All right.
Because I'm trying to think,
Goddamn.
and I'm like, handle something.
Let's keep this high and tight. We got 2 more divisions to cover. We're gonna go to Marc's division, AFC East. Lot of speculation about the offseason rumors. AJ Brown, Mike Vrabel, that whole situation in New England. A lot of shakeup there. How are those offensive lineman pieces being exposed in the Super Bowl? How are they going to come back? Joe Brady now at the helm with Buffalo, and the Jets, Dolphins still suck shit. So, Marc, the floor is yours. What do you want to say?
Yeah, I think when it comes to the best team in this division, I think we can all agree it's between 2 teams. It's the Bills and the Patriots. And I'm going to stick with the homer take here. I'm going to take the Bills getting redemption against those pesky Patriots this year. I think they got a little lucky with their schedule. They got a little lucky having to face Jared Stidham in the AFC Championship. I do think their defense is very solid, but I just think the Bills did enough in the offseason to correct what they were missing last year. We got DJ Moore. We signed Bradley Chubb. They reinforced the secondary. They got some guys coming off. They got TJ Parker coming off the edge now, along with Chubb. So I feel better with also Jim Leonard calling the defense now. I think he can correct a lot of the deficiencies that McDermott's defense had. And I just think Patriots got a last place schedule last year, and they went on a very long run after they beat the Bills in Buffalo. And then the next time the Bills played the Patriots, we beat them. The Bills came back down 21-zip and they beat them in Gillette. And I think if the Bills beat the Broncos, I think they could have beat the Patriots for the AFC Championship too. But that's all what if. I just didn't buy them completely. I think they did absolutely the most with what they had. Yeah. With a new team, with our new coach with Vrabel and Diggs and all these additions they made. I think their defense is ready to go. I just think harder schedule, some drama with Vrabel, and AJ Brown. Like we've talked about AJ Brown, we don't think he's like really going to impact the Eagles that much. So like, who's to say he's really going to make the Patriots take off? I don't know. He could end up being more of a headache. They lost Diggs. I mean, different player, but I don't know. I have faith in the Bills figuring it out. I think Josh Allen is probably sick to his stomach that he lost the division last year. And so is Joe Brady and everyone in that building. So I think we're going to right the ship and have another home playoff game.
Who's last place?
So it's the Jets or the Dolphins. I'm going to go with the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins, I really do think they upgraded at quarterback.
Yeah, Malik's great.
Firmly believe that. Just the rest of the roster, it's like, dude, you're not helping this guy out at all. No. I personally thought the Steelers should have signed Malik Willis. I think their roster's in a way better shape to compete. And like turning to a younger QB than Aaron Rodgers and Malik Willis, I think that would have been the move for Malik. But Miami threw him the bag, and he wants to get paid. This is his opportunity. I think the Jets did just enough to kind of stay at third. They bring in Geno to. I know Alex. We know what Geno is, but we're talking about the Jets here. And they traded for like Minka Fitzpatrick, and they got a few guys on defense now. And I think Aaron Glenn's coaching for his job. So I just think the Jets are in a slightly better shape than the Dolphins right now. So I'll take the Dolphins at the bottom.
Okay. Cam, Desmond?
Go ahead, Cam.
All right, perfect. So I might as well just say who might win the division or who is going to win the division. I got the Bills. I got the Bills going to win the division. Do I see them choking? I mean, we'll see, right? If they win the division, who knows? We might see the Bills curse, right? Curse might be over. So I got them winning the division. Josh Allen, he's going to do great. He's going to be consistent. I don't see him having a bad year. I got for who's going to be last. I got actually the Dolphins. They gotta build, and Malik Willis in there. I feel like they're not ready. I got the Dolphins last. I want to say the Jets, but I don't know. I think Geno Smith got better as a not better as a quarterback, but I don't think he's as bad as he was when he got drafted by them in the beginning. I feel like the Jets. That's just my opinion. I feel like
it's true.
Yeah, I felt like he's not that bad because when the Jets got him, the first when they got him, he wasn't. It was embarrassing. I felt bad for him, And then when he was in Seattle, he got the redemption. He did good. I think him coming to the Jets, he might do okay. I'm not gonna say he do great. I'm not gonna say he do good. I say okay. But I got the Dolphins being the losers in that division.
Bills easily. I mean, I think that the Patriots took a huge step back this year. The schedule for the AFC East is brutal this year, but also the Patriots particularly. I was just looking at their schedule just now. They have some really tough games they got to play, especially on the road. I think the Patriots are going to struggle to win double digits this year, as far as I'm concerned. The problem with the Bills has always been, can you put a functioning team around Josh Allen? That organization just can't seem to figure out how to build a roster around probably the best player in the NFL, which is criminal as far as I'm concerned. I mean, the dude scores 30 points a game and keeps losing because the defense apparently is allergic to actually, stopping people on third down. So I feel for you as a Bills fan. Hopefully they actually get a defense this year. Bills winning. Loser, I'm with y'all with Miami because I think I was actually impressed with the Jets draft. I really was. I thought they did really good picking up. I know who they get Bailey from Texas Tech. And
Yeah,
then got
Sadiq.
Kenyon Sadiq,
Yep.
tight end. And then went and got Omar Cooper from
Yeah,
Indiana.
no.
Came back in and got what's the dude's name? Pons, the cornerback from Indiana too. Like I think in the second round. I thought they went through like a straight like 4 picks in a row where they killed it. Even if Gino doesn't play good, whether he plays at all or not, I mean, also the domestic abuse charges that got thrown against him, so maybe he doesn't even play. The kid from Clemson, Cade Klubnik, who's the rookie, he might end up being the quarterback before the season's even over. So, yeah, I think Jets can do enough to get past Miami here. Miami looks like they're tanking.
Yeah.
You know, I think Miami's tanking. So, yeah, give me Bills to win, Dolphins to lose.
I got a quick question for everybody. I know I didn't talk about the Patriots, but I just have a question regarding that. Now that they signed Brown, what do you think? What do you think they're going to average? Right, last year we saw them making it all the way, but they didn't do good on offense. So what do you think they're going to average in points?
I think this comes this year. I wanted to make my picks first, but we'll go ahead. You guys speaking.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be around 20. I mean, I think their best receiver last year was Stephon Diggs, and he was able to get like 80 catches last year. They lose him. AJ Brown's a step up from him, but I don't think it's a dramatic step up. And so you have a barely better passing game with a much harder schedule. I think that the Patriots are going to struggle this year to even get like 21 points a game. I think that they're going to be a team scraping by for wins. I think they're more like a 500 team this year.
Okay.
Interesting. I'll make my picks. I'll be brief. I wanted to take the Bills and ride the bandwagon, but for the sake of the show, I will play contrarian. I will take the Patriots as the tie-breaking winner of the division. I think I went down the schedule because the first month is a gauntlet for both the Patriots and the Bills. Mark, yeah. I can see you guys going 1-4 and then cruising the rest of the division.
Okay.
And I mean that respectfully. Like I think that it's really a gauntlet when you see who they're playing.
No, it's tough.
Yeah. Could we get like 1 or 2?
They gotta go. Hold up. They gotta go to Houston. Yeah. Then they play the Lions at home. Chargers, Patriots, Rams, and then they pretty much have a bye with the Raiders. So I think, I think New England, like they don't need to win heavy shootout games. I think they need to just win tight games, but they have that winning resiliency because they won a lot of close games last year. I do believe in their organizational structure. I think if it's going to work, the only way it's going to work with AJ Brown is if it's with Vrabel, and I think they have to work. They have to work, or it's not going to work at all. I do see it working. I have both Patriots and the Bills winning 11 games, and I have a tiebreaker going to New England. But I agree with you guys unanimously. I think Miami is just dumpster fire. I feel bad for Willis because it's his first start, like with a brand new organization, and this is the draw he gets. I could have seen him starting in Pittsburgh or in Indianapolis for a 1 year if they were going to do it. And Daniel Jones came back. But I just feel bad for the dude, and they just have no talent. They're a tank. They're a dumpster fire. Yeah.
They're trying to tank. I mean, at least Cleveland and Arizona look like they're trying to build something.
Yeah, and for the reasons, I would be heavily optimistic with the Jets, even if they're like a really lowly third in the division. I think they did a really good job in the draft, and I believe in coaches that are up against it. I really like Aaron Glenn. I feel bad for guys thrown into, really bad organizations, but I think he really at his heart, he's a winner. And I think them cleaning house, they could start fresh. They have a lot of really young talent. I really like what they're doing. We'll get to the last division, and then we'll call it a nightcap. AFC South, this was a division that was all the way down to the wire, had highs and lows across the entire season last year. At first, we thought Indy was world beaters. Then they tanked with the Daniel Jones season-ending injury. Tennessee's got a fresh start. They got Dable and Saleh in the building. Jacksonville, playoff team. They were just a play away. Marc knows. And with Houston, that defense is elite, probably the best in the league. They made Vince beat at Pittsburgh on that Monday night. Let's talk about this AFC South and where we want to go.
I'm gonna.
Question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is Daniel Jones, if I'm not mistaken, still the starter for the Colts, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But he's coming back the middle, right?
From
Because of
the
his injury.
Achilles, yeah.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Achilles. Yep.
Okay, I just want to keep that in mind because that does make a huge difference. Him coming back, and we don't even the record could be different. So that's all. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
For me, I hear what you said, Alex. Like they're a play away from winning a playoff game. The Jaguars. I think they're gonna take the division again this year. I just think the groundwork that Liam Cohen laid last year was very significant, and you really saw how good their roster is. I mean, they fly around on defense. They got pass catchers galore with Thomas, Hunter, Parker Washington was pretty good, and Strange at tight end, and they lost ETN, but it seems like Tootin is going to be a guy that can step up for them, and yeah, I think they were ready to go last year. They just got unlucky and they had to play the Bills. It was not a normal wild card team the past few years, and they were battle tested and went down last drive of the game, and they took the lead, and then Trevor Lawrence threw a pick. I think Trevor Lawrence really had his best season of his career, and I know Jacksonville's been waiting for a legit quarterback in that room. I mean, even when they went to the AFC Championship with Bortles, it's like we knew Bortles wasn't really it, but they gave him Lawrence that extension like a little early too, making $55 million. It's like, are you really paying this guy like the same amount as like Joe Burrow and Josh Allen and Matt Stafford? But last year, I think you kind of see signs of like really what he can become. He just needed a solid offensive mind to really steer him in the right direction. And yeah, the Colts, they're coming back from that Daniel Jones injury. They kind of fell apart right down the stretch. Ever since that Sauce Gardner trade, they kind of just fell apart. Titans are still young. I don't know what the hell Barz was talking about the Titans winning the division. I still need to see more from Cam Ward
Farming
first.
for clicks.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree.
That's probably true. And then Jaguars, Titans, and the Texans. I wanted to pick the Texans with that elite defense, like you're saying, Alex. Like we know how good they are. They give Josh Allen headaches. I'm terrified to play them week one, but just CJ Stroud just threw up all over himself in the playoffs. Like just inexcusable interceptions, turnovers. He's become a shell of himself since his rookie year. So it's like I need to see him get back on track before I put the Texans on top of this division again. That's why I'm going with Jacksonville. And the Titans are just still figuring it out. So that's why I'm at the bottom.
Yeah, Cam, you want to go next? You want me to go next?
Oh, me? Sorry, me?
Yeah, you want to go next?
No, you. It's up to you. I mean, you can go.
Okay, I think I was kind of like in the same place that you were at, Mark, where I was kind of debating between like the Jaguars and the Texans, because I think at first I put down the Jaguars when I made my list about this like earlier today, and then the more I thought about it, the more I have to go back to the Texans because the Jaguars roster just does not make any sense to me. Like they were struggling with their receiving core last year. Brian Thomas took a step back from what he was like 2 years ago. And then they didn't do really anything to address that. They have Travis Hunter right now, the guy they spent the extra draft picks to go get. They have him as their number 4 wide receiver on the depth chart right now. They got Jacoby Myers around Brian Thomas and some dude named Washington, who I don't even know this dude. And they went and got rid of Travis Etienne after he actually had a pretty good year for them last year, getting over 1,000 like rushing yards and had almost like 800 receiving yards too. It makes no sense to get rid of him as far as I'm concerned. The Jaguars, I just don't think the Houston Texans roster is too talented. And I just believe that the big thing for CJ Stroud is the fact that that offensive line is literally bottom 5 in the NFL. They did try to address that this season, and I guess I'm just hoping that that'll be enough in this what is a weak division. Because look at the Colts for a really quick second here. If Daniel Jones can't play, their number 2 guy is Anthony Richardson. So just tank the season if that's the case. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Texans by default just because their roster is just way better than everybody else in this division. And Titans are the easy bottom team. They look terrible.
I'll take
yeah.
I'm kind of with I'm kind of with Desmond all the way. I'm really hot on Houston. I think this defense is good enough. almost on Seattle's level where it can carry you through a season. I really believe that. I love some of their offseason acquisitions, and I need a moment to pull them up, but I'm happy to talk
They
about
got
it.
David Montgomery as the running back now.
David Montgomery, yep.
Yeah.
And I think, I believe in D'Amico Ryans. I don't think he's a scrub. I think he really is a good players coach. I think that they had a rough go of it, with the schedule in the past couple of years. This is not going to be an offense first team. That's okay. That's not their identity. I am disappointed from Stroud from his rookie season because he looked like he was going to be a world beater, like the next best thing, breaking the curse of Ohio State quarterbacks, the whole 9 yards. He's just not that guy. As long as he can stay out of his own way, stay healthy and serviceable, I think they'll be fine. I see Indianapolis as the worst team in this division for 1 year. Tennessee will make some noise because I think Saleh and Daboll in the room with Cam Ward is going to be just enough to win a few more games more than Indianapolis. But with that being said, I mean, again, there's no indictment on Steichen. I like Indianapolis moving forward. I just think for 1 year, it's going to be tough to dig yourself out of a hole particularly with what you don't know with coming off an injury with an ACL with Jones. I think it's the most interesting division in all of football because it's so up in the air. I like Jacksonville as a really strong second team in the division. But again, ETN letting him walk, people forget and underestimate. He was the connective tissue from that Clemson team with Trevor Lawrence. So I think he was kind of a good locker room guy, kept that team together. Again, I still think they have the best rush defense in the league. They have guys flying around, like Marc said, but I just don't think they have enough firepower on the offensive side of the ball.
Texans defense is crazy. They also added Reed Blankenship. They went and got the best defensive lineman from Ohio State with the second pick of the draft. I mean, no, their defense, you just go like line by line in the depth chart. That best defense in the NFL. Texans.
Yeah, Daniil Hunter. I mean, Will
Anderson.
Yeah, obviously. And I made a case, a failing but a compelling one. I made a case on the same pod less than a year ago that for him being defensive player of the year over Myles Garrett. Not as a contrarian, I really felt overall that
he had like 15 sacks, right?
Case. Yeah, he was right behind him, but overall he built an atmosphere of a winning team, and that counts for a winning culture counts for something. I think he has a positive reverberating impact on the team. If we're not going to hold it against Myles Garrett for being on a dumpster fire team, we have to give love to Will Anderson.
Yeah, no, they had 2 people on the defense with double-digit sacks. Only team in the NFL.
Yeah, they were nasty. Guys, any final thoughts before we sign off for this pod? We'll be back later in the offseason.
Oh, we didn't get Cam's picks.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh shit, my bad.
No, it's okay. Y'all good. So I'm just gonna be quick. So I got for the AFC South division winner, I got the Texans, y'all. I like the defense. I like the head coach. I don't know, like y'all seen him in that playoffs. How they I like him. I like his energy. I love his energy. I like how just the way the defense was playing and how just the way he was responding, the way he was just it was like, even though I was watching it on TV, I felt the energy of like, damn, he's a real good coach. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he broke it was one of the coaching records. I think it was something about I gotta find it, but he broke one of the records. I like where he's going with Houston. I like the direction. Yes, Stroud didn't do so well, but I think I think he does come back, and make it better. Because, I watched him in Ohio State, and I'm hoping for that. But I got the Colts being last. It sucks I had to place him last, but I'm just gonna be realistic. Just for Daniel Jones just coming late, like we don't know how good or bad that can go. So that's kind of like a coin toss for how their season can go. So I got them going last. And
losing Pittman.
What was that?
Losing Pittman too.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. That makes a huge difference. But it's like, I don't know. The Colts are just, for me, they're just a question mark. And if I got to question it, then I got them going last. On the Titans, I still think they're not there yet. Cameron Ward, I like him. I watched him in college. Great energy. I think they're still rebuilding. I think they still have a lot more rebuilding to do. That's just my opinion about the Titans. As far as the Jaguars, I got them going in second place regarding that division. And just because I like Travis Hunter, he's in question too, y'all, right? I mean, we seen him play 2 different positions, right? He's still in question if he's going to be corner or receiver. Do y'all know, like, if he's going to stick to one or the other? Because I believe from what I looked up, and Yeah, see, that's going to be in question, right? And we've seen how he got injured, right? He got injured. They don't even know where to put him. But I personally think they should put him in wide receiver. I just liked how he's playing a wide receiver. Corner, he's good too. But, I mean, he's going to have to they got to figure that out because playing both sides in the NFL is just, I don't see it. It's just, you're just at risk for more injuries.
Yeah,
So the
feels like a
Jag,
gimmick.
yeah, it's like, I get he's talented at both. But y'all know, like, he got to pick one. It's the pro. You're not in college. Like, we gotta stop, right? He got to just pick one or the other. So that's going to be in question. And that's why that's why I didn't pick the Jaguars to win that division. I like Trevor Lawrence. He's been okay, right? There's times where he's been good, but I ain't got much to say about Trevor Lawrence. But yeah, so that's the division South winner. I got the Texans, and for the losers, I got the Colts. So that's my opinion, y'all.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Any parting words? This was a great pod, guys. I appreciate all your time and your insights.
Nah, appreciate being back on. We gotta do that quarterback episode soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good teaser for the fans at home. Anybody listening and watching, we appreciate y'all rolling with us through the offseason. I know you got a lot of options for entertainment, so we appreciate y'all. Really excited about that 1 through 32 little game theory regarding our QB class for 2027. We're very excited to launch that episode and get that out to you. That's gonna be a lot of fun, and hopefully we'll have a good panel full of fireworks and debate for that one. Thank you guys at home. Happy 4th of July to you and your families. We love y'all, and we'll see you back again soon here on the Yards After Catch. Thanks so much.
Peace.
Happy 4th, y'all. Y'all be safe.